when it comes to temptation, we're not really fighting at all, to be honest with you. Even if you look within the Bible in general, it's not really us doing the work or doing the fight really that much, honestly. Like, even when it comes to lust, fornication, and stuff like that, it tells you to flee, to go into the other direction, right? And it tells us to be vigilant, to be sober minded, to be, alert, on guard. You know what I'm saying? And the way I use sober minded is basically just being on guard, being alert, and just being at peace within your mind. You know what I'm saying? But when we get hit with these attacks, whatever it may be, when it comes to overthinking, anxiety, lust, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? We start to panic. We don't actually be vigilant. We don't actually be on guard. We start to have all of these, negative emotions that's not going to really help the situation in general, you know? And basically, I want to get into just how to conquer your mind and how to conquer lust in general, you know what I'm saying? And pornography and all that stuff, because it all starts in here, you know what I'm saying? How you are operating, how you are thinking, and what you are feeding yourself to, of course. These all have an effect, which we should know, of course. But it says within the Bible in 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13, it says that we're not tempted to where we can't, bear it, you know what I'm saying, to where we can't find an escape. There's always an escape. There's always an opportunity to, win over temptation and be successful when the devil comes your way trying to test you, you know what I'm saying, seeing if you're going to take the bait or not. When it comes to temptation in general, for example, lust, like I was saying earlier, how I was explaining how you get attacked and stuff, and we're not necessarily vigilant, we're not necessarily at peace within our minds. We get we get flustered up or something, or we kind of get a little shaky or unconfident maybe, These things are wrong. These things are wrong. Your first instinct, your first mind should be to just focus, right, upon God, upon Christ. Not trying to avoid anything, not trying to really focus too much on these negative things or things that are happening to you within your mind or within your flesh, but accept it and be aware that that thing is there, whatever it may be, right? You have to accept it and make peace with it and give it to God. Give that fire to God, you know what I'm saying? And literally just meditate. Just meditate your mind on thee. When you meditate your mind on thee, we keep your mind on thee. He keeps thee in perfect peace in general. This is how you overcome lust. This is how you overcome temptation. That's how you overcome these things. And when you have that mentality of fleeing away and not, facing it head on with you and your strength alone, the way that you flee is within your mind. This is how you actually flee and run away from these things. Because everything that is happening, you know what I'm saying, is all happening inside of here. The things that you just cannot see. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, when you accept these things and you are aware, you are vigilant, you are calm, you know what I'm saying, you put your mind upon Christ within these situations. And in the end, you will receive the crown of life. You will get your reward. You will, get your victory in the end. As long as you don't give up, as long as you keep the faith at the end of the day, and you will start winning battles, man. You will start winning the battles in general, because it's not necessarily you fighting. You're not actually really doing anything. You accept what is happening. You're accepting what is occurring in the moment, right? And you basically put your mind towards Christ, towards God. And you could meditate on word, or you can just say anything, really. Just say anything, as long as your mind, your intentions, your heart intentions is aimed towards the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Like, earlier I got tempted, right? My mind, the first thing that popped up within my mouth was like, okay, God, let me bring this fire onto you and purify it, clean it up. You know what I'm saying? Clean this up, because this fire that's burning within me right now, my flesh, right, needs to be purified, needs to be clean. You know what I'm saying? I just repeat the same thing within my mind, and me, putting my mind on Him, putting my mind on God, it puts me in a state of peace. It relaxes me. It calms me. You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to overthinking or whatever it just may be, you don't have to face these things. You don't have to fight these things at all. You simply are fleeing to God. You're fleeing to the Heavenly Father. This is how you basically fight spiritual warfare. This is how you fight spiritual warfare. You're not actually fighting, but you're fighting at the same time. You get what I'm saying? You are basically going into the other direction. And that's how you overcome these things. And as time goes on, you only get stronger. You only get better with more time, with more repetition, more practice. You know what I'm saying? And you just get better overall, And things start to become more easier once you gain that skill and you gain that understanding. This is all I have to do. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to dread the day when something comes your way, because you're at peace. You're chilling anyway. You're not worried about anything, because, hey, you got God, man. You got Jesus. So, yeah. Is there anything else I need to say in particular? I think that's it for today. You know what I'm saying? Just a simple little message on how to overcome temptation, tests, overthinking, anxiety, lust, pornography, all this stuff, man. It all starts within here, man. And some of the best way the devil, he get me lagging, he get me slipping, or he get me weak, is because he's getting inside of here. And the way that I'm operating within my mind is just not correctly. It's not right. But of course, when I focus my mind towards God, towards Christ more, and it doesn't even matter, as long as your mind is just directed towards Him. You can make any random quote or annotate any quote from the Bible. It don't even matter. It's going to help you. It's going to give you the leverage, and you're going to win over the battle at the end of the day, no matter what it is. Even if it's people within your face, hating, talking down on you, mocking you. That stuff happened to me too, right? In that same situation, I just did the same thing. I did the same method. I just meditated my mind on Christ, on God. And I wasn't necessarily repeating the same scriptures within my mind, which does help. But I was also just having a conversation, or just making a random quote that can motivate me, that can push me in that situation. And just having the mindset of speaking life, positive things, motivating yourself is very, very important. It's a form of meditation. It's a form of repetition. It's a form of something that your mind is constantly focused on. Because if you don't have those things there, you basically butt booty naked. You got your pits out. You know what I'm saying? Your armpits is out, the air flowing through your body. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no weapon, you ain't got no drip. So you need these things. You need these things. These things is very, very important when it comes to basically anything, you know? And mostly all of my battles that I win is because of God, and mostly all the battles that I lose is because of me. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, this is it for today's video, guys. Hope this message can help somebody anywhere out here in the world, man. But just don't give up. You just gotta keep the faith. Walk by faith and not by sight. And God can use anybody. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be cold or great or talented. You know what I'm saying? Faith, consistency, hard work. That's about it, man. And acknowledging God in all your ways. And He's going to direct your path, you know. But yeah. And even though I had a pretty crappy year, you know what I'm saying, at the same time, my year is good because I have all these opportunities to have the peace that surpasses all understanding with God. That's why I be saying the bad things that may occur, it works for our good, and God brings the good out of things. He makes the positive out of the negatives. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm about to head out though. God's good, all good, understood. You feel me? And I'm out.